going from evolution to revolution, and I want to introduce the next speaker. This man, I know him for 2 years. First time I saw him was 2 years ago at our last live event in Dubai. And for the last 2 years, he's been impacting many, many lives. He also has a lot of experience in the corporate, but also have been built million-dollar businesses in the network part. He's been working with multinational companies. He's a father of 5. He has 11 grandchildren, and this is the amazing part. When you become successful, you make sure your children and your grandchildren will also become successful. He has an amazing family. He's a family man. And a personal story, I've been with him to a place in the Netherlands, and he had haring. Haring is like some kind of raw fish. I'm living 20 years in the Netherlands. It took me 6 years to start. You know exactly what I mean. It took me 6 years to start liking it a little bit and to be able to eat it. But this man, he doesn't care. He's going for experiences. He says, if other people are doing it, I can even do it better. And he's a man. And we were also to the Super Club together, because I remember one time Roald and Daniel brought me to the Super Club so they can show me the bigger lifestyle and what's possible, because I've been growing up poor, and they wanted to show me what's really possible. And lately we've been with Mr. Craig Jason also to the Super Club. At the end, everyone left. We were together, and this man is a shine of the party. Doesn't matter where he goes, he can connect with everyone. He knows the human design. He knows human emotions and body and mindset. And he's one of the key people who has helped me to become the person I am today. So thanks a lot, and let's...
Wow, so he helped you for a breakthrough?
Yes.
Before I introduce the next gentleman, I would like to say something, because he's a walking library. He's a walking library. You know why? Because he has a lot of experiences in his life. He is a successful leader in the field. He has been also corporate to many big companies that I cannot mention right now, I think. Might be he will mention himself. And he has a background really, really rich. And I'm happy that in the moment that he came into Success Factory, he brought a lot of value. He speaks every Sunday about the core values, and we all listen to him. And you know what I like? That he always adds value. He's a wild cowboy. He's really an adventurous person. He's limitless, and he has a lot of passion, a lot of energy. So I look forward to see here on stage our new Chief Executive of Sales. Yes, I made it.
We had so many updates, so I also have to get used to it. But our Chief Executive of Sales,
Craig
Cushman.
Wow, what an unbelievable, powerful weekend it has been. If you've been here and you're paying attention, you've just lived through evolution to revolution. That is what you just experienced. So let me talk a little bit about that. Evolution is essentially what we all do. We all change, always. You can create it, or you can wait. Then there's revelation. You can embrace it. Change doesn't care, right? Change does not care. It happens. Information and events change us. And with awareness, we learn. And that is what revelation does for us. We pay attention and we learn. And then as we move through, we hit this phase called rebellion, right? This is more. There is more. You reject the old you, okay? And then you resolve to take action. That is revolution. And that is the cycle.
Evolution. What would the world be without evolution? It has been present in history and has driven us to become the species and society we are today. But evolution continues. It must, not by accident, but by choice. You have the power to choose to keep evolving, to challenge everything you think you knew, and open your mind to new ideas and experiences, to be unafraid of difficulties, to reevaluate your knowledge. It is natural for human beings to evolve and improve. It is what makes us unique and powerful. It is your time to consciously evolve, to leave paradigms behind, free yourself from limits, and become much more. Evolution is growth through change. Revelation. When faced with the thought, I don't know enough, what do? Do you proudly deny the evidence, or do you embrace the opportunity to learn, live, feel, and grow? Open-mindedness to knowledge is a source of growth as well as joy. Open your eyes to other realities and experiences. Put yourself in the shoes of others and create new and exciting memories. There is a big world, infinite, waiting to be explored. You can't miss this journey. Wake up. Be aware of the possibilities. Trust your vision, and you can make it happen. Revelation is growth through knowledge. Rebellion. You are a free being. You have the power of decision and responsibility for your future. And in the future, there is no place for the past. What doesn't work, what binds and limits you, is what you must free yourself from. It is what you must stand up to and say, enough. It's always been done this way doesn't mean it's the best way to do it. Challenge the rules. Break with conventions. Allow yourself to be yourself in all your splendor and unleash your full potential. There are no chains holding you back, but you must be the one to find the courage and make the decisions rather than having others make them for you. Rebellion is growth through your own choices. Revolution. It is time to take action. Let your voice be heard. Let your mark be made in history. This is where your destiny is at stake. And it's on the line every day, with every action, every decision, every step you take. There is no turning back. So burn the boats and move forward. What awaits you on the other side is glory. There is no other option. Move on with all your might. Move on as if your life depended on it. Maybe it does. The world belongs to those who dare to change it. Don't think of success as a maybe, as an option. It is not. Revolution is growth through action. And you are the force of the universe, indomitable. Evolution, revelation, rebellion, revolution. Embrace change in order to grow. For those who don't evolve, become extinct. Open your mind, because the world is much bigger than what you have learned. Don't let your pride come between you and knowledge. Challenge the norms. Dare to create something new, to write the rules of the world of the future, and take action. Take to the streets, fight for your dreams, and never, never give up. There is only one direction, and that is forward. It is now doing it or dying. There is no alternative to victory. Success is inevitable.
It's do or die, and it's forward only. You know, the point of this weekend is really to inform, educate, inspire, and celebrate, and create a new fire, a new momentum, right? A new day and a new era for you, and Success Factory starts today. So let me ask you a question. Do you agree with that? Notice what you feel when I ask you that. Do you feel like now is the time to take action? Here's the thing, thousands of you will be fired up and taking action. Can you imagine the impact of that? Now literally is the time to reinvent your future. The one you dream about, the one that you believe fits you. It should be big. It should make you wonder how you're going to get it. It should also make you ask, who do you need in your life to achieve it? So, I believe with the right mindset, skill set, and tool set, anyone, anywhere, anytime, every time, can create the momentum to succeed at anything. This weekend has been absolutely next level, and it's designed to inspire and grow your mindset, to refine and grow your skill set, and to innovate and grow your tool set. Does that make sense? Just a few days ago, while we were here, Jason and I were having dinner together, and we watched an interview with Tony Robbins. This guy's been on the world stage for 40 plus years. He's 61 years old now. You wouldn't know it, but he's been coaching the greatest people on the planet, the most important people on the planet, and everybody else as well, on peak performance. At the end of the interview, he was asked this very simple question. He's got a little baby, and the question was, hey, when your child is a little bit older and she asks you, Daddy, what is this thing that you've done without your whole life? Everybody knows you and loves you and you're so famous and all you've done is talk with people. What is this all about? His answer was very, very simple. He said, growing and giving. Growing and giving. But you know what I see when I hear that? I hear evolution to revolution. That's what I hear. And when you come to the end of your life and you look back, Sure, you'll consider who you became, but you'll consider your impact on the world. There was a writer in the 1800s. His name was Mark Twain. He was a famous American writer. And he was also from a place called Hartford, Connecticut, which, if you were listening last night, Igor talked about the place in Connecticut is still available. That's where I'm from. I was born and raised in Hartford, Connecticut. And he said the following thing, which I really love. He said, the two most important days in your life are the day you're born and the day you find out why. That's evolution. And this right here, right now, is evolution. Learning is evolving, actively observing, growth through change, the evolution phase. Raising your awareness, following your instinct, seeing hope. This is growth through change. This is evolution. Like babies, you know, babies they grow fast and they're constantly curious. They don't know they're supposed to grow. They just do. They don't know they're supposed to walk. They just do. They observe. And when crawling on the ground just isn't good enough, they decide it's time to walk. But you know, it takes energy to grow. Growth also takes a team. And it takes patience, right? So we have given you access to the minds of the best performers and leaders in Success Factory to share their insights, their experience, and pure energy. They have freely given what they know, who they are, what they do for you to grow. Grow your knowledge, grow your vision, grow your actions. On Friday, when it began, you heard Kayan. He talked about patience and a system. And he actually said something very interesting. He talked about how pain teaches you over and over again until you decide to actually observe it and learn from it and figure it out. That's an important lesson. Wad talked about staying strong at all times. Vadim talked about the strength in numbers, knowing your numbers. That's what a business person does. Keeney talked about how entrepreneurs think and act. Marina, she focused on the advantage of being happy, the happiness advantage. And Peter talked about discipline in the long run, right? Very important. Andrea delivered masterfully on the recruiting mindset and recruiting as an attitude. And then on Saturday, we started with Julian, who is unique in his own way, and he's wildly successful. And he talked about finding your own style inside of a system. It's possible. And Mohammed Adel, who's one of the sweetest guys on the planet, talked about the 7 sins of leadership to avoid while teaching you what to do. Giovanna and Mario talked about mastering the basic income producing activities and leaving your mark. They clearly left a mark on me. Finding, inviting, presenting, following up, getting agreement, launching your partners, creating and promoting events. Masterful. And then there's Hamoud. I've decided that there's a good mood and then there's a Hamoud, right? Hamoud was so energetic, so happy, so fired up. I didn't even understand all that he said, but it didn't matter because I felt everything he said. And I feel like I got smarter and brighter and happier because of his energy. He energizes with sparking a revolution by storm. And Daniel, Big Daniel, you know, he talked about continuous improvement and 1% a day. That is the mindset of a leader. How can you find a way to get a little better every day? The consistency chain. When you can put something on the calendar every day that you did, you never lose your way to success. A penny doubled every day turns out to be $5.4 million. But if you skip it every other day in that same 30-day period, it's 163. Literally, there is a cost for not doing something meaningful, something intentional every day. It's ridiculous not to. And Daniel illustrated why you need to do that. And then Igor. Igor took the stage and told you how the View is going to operate and make you a legacy that you could not possibly dream of. Plus, let's be honest, these incredible updates, right? Chris just dropped on you the future of the View. Can you see yourself as one of these avatars? I was sitting there thinking, who is going to be the first one to set up one of those cool motorcycle dealerships in the View? I'd like to be a partner because those things were cool. I wish I was riding one of those right now. But listen, he also talked about something incredibly important, that Dadcoin is now pinned to precious metals. You know, this is like fiat currencies, the dollar tied to the gold. This is so revolutionary and yet so traditional. That is massive for Dadcoin. Roald did a review of where we've come from and where we're going, and introduced the launch into the US, which is a revolution. We have been evolving for 4 years, and the last 2 years have been at rocket speed. Evolution, revelation, rebellion, and revolution. Listen, this is a monstrous opportunity that's happening. And Jason just took you through how Forex is going to work in your future. Mastering Forex and start building a passive, residual business. He talked about earned income, passive income, and portfolio income. Now listen, I hope that you mastered those 3 words, okay? Because they're going to keep coming up for you. So I have a question. Did you learn something? Did you learn something? If you did, if you learned something, you just evolved. That's evolution. It happens to all of us. These guys, they invested their time for you, right? And when you see them or you talk to them, you might want to thank them because they took the time and their knowledge and their energy for you. So once we realize that we're truly growing and evolving through change, we move into the revelation phase, right? This is growth through knowledge, right? We shift our mindset. We're awake. We understand what we need to do, what we need to be to win. We have that aha moment. In English, we call that an aha moment, meaning I get it. I get it now. The pain's taught me. I get it. And we're awake, and we set the vision, or the view, if you'd like to call it. We set the vision, and we create the plan. But here, belief is key. Belief in what you've learned. And like a caterpillar, you know, there's a butterfly inside, waiting to emerge and fly, and you're still a caterpillar crawling around on the ground, but you have a vision. It's big, it's beautiful, but it's risky. But you're a champion, and you know that. Everyone else still sees a caterpillar, but you don't, because you know. You believe deeply that you are going to shape your future no matter what. Here, you enter the 3rd phase, the rebellion phase. You just simply no longer accept the results you have as they are. You want more. You don't just say it, you feel it. It's deep. It's emotional. It drives you to make new decisions. Here, you experience growth through decisions. You make the call and you go for it. You destroy the old to make way for the new. And you ask yourself questions, lots of questions. Am I happy? What's working for me? What's not? What have I learned? What have I learned about myself? What will I do differently? What if I change? What if I don't? Is what I know enough to get me where I want to go? Like the caterpillar, you know there's more. You sense the time is now. And radical change is necessary to live a more beautiful life. It always has been. Caterpillar trusts its gut instinct, and it rebels against its old self. And it's time. You know when you know. Then comes the growth through massive action, the revolution phase, disruption, urgency, the better way. This is radical change. This is burn the ships, all in, no way back. You're unconquerable. Success is inevitable. So here we are, at this moment. A moment of today, the event, your success factory experience, your life. A logical question would be, now what? It's you. That doesn't even make sense. Now what? It's you. Actually, it makes a lot of sense because the answer is always you. I have a point of view that if you're going to collect anything, you should collect moments. Because here's why. Life is lived in moments. I have a favorite quote. It's been on my refrigerator for 20 years. I raised my kids by it as part of their training. I would always bring them to it. And it goes like this. Life is millions of moments, but we live only one moment at a time. As we begin to change this moment, we begin to change our lives. There are several really, really important moments. Moments that define you from that moment on. You see on the screen an hourglass. And, you know, a moment is a little bit like a grain of sand. The hourglass represents past, present, and future. The past is in the bottom, and the future is in the top. And the present moment is that narrow neck of land, that narrow piece of glass in the middle, that each grain goes through one at a time like a moment. And here's the thing about that. That moment for that grain of sand is a defining moment. And the reason is because it represents the transition to the past. So what do you do about that? And you as a human being are not an hourglass. But you do have the past, present, and the future. And you know how much past you already have. Time has burned. You have no idea how much sand is above you. So you have to make choices all the time to decide what are you going to do with whatever sand is above you. And what are you going to do in defining moments that will change what the meaning of the past that's already gone by is going to be for you? This is a very, very important time. This event, this weekend, this moment right now that you're living in, looking at me, talking to you, is a defining moment. If you decide that it's a defining moment. Because defining moments change everything. They change the trajectory of your entire life if you decide that that's what it's going to be. And you have to be around people and a vehicle that will make that happen. And Success Factory is that this is a defining moment. But there are to-dos in defining moments. And I want to share with you what some of those are. You have to review and highlight the most important things that you've learned this weekend. You got to do a little review. You got to do a little bit. What worked, what didn't? What did I learn? What did I learn about myself? What am I feeling? Right? You have to do that. You've been given all kinds of information from all kinds of people. Some you relate to, some you don't. Some things mean something, some things don't. Separate what was beneficial to not beneficial. But do that. And then when you do that, redefine your purpose in a defining moment. Redefine your why and question your why not. Right? And reinvent your dream and make it big. Make it so crazy big that it scares you. You're uncomfortable, that it looks crazy. And then make a list of who it is that can help you get there. Envision and rough draft a long-term plan. Peter shared with you a 365-day plan. Who does that? Crazy people do that. But then decide your short-term bursts, because most people cannot think about and execute a long-term plan. Just like Jason said, he gave you meaningful thing after another, but every single time he said most people won't do it, and that is true. That is true. I hope you're not most people. I hope everybody on this call, on this Zoom, and in this event is not most people. I hope everybody in Success Factory is not most people. You need to do a lot of things. You have to take action. You need to present this opportunity a minimum of 15 to 20 times per month. I know multi-millionaires. That's all they do. But imagine the compounding impact of you doing it 15 to 20 times, having half of those people join you, and them doing the same thing. Look at the exponential reach. We can literally reach millions upon millions upon millions of people from your one decision in this defining moment. It's up to you. It's up to you. A minimum of 5 new contacts every day. How hard is that? That's 1% better every day. It's 5 people. 5 in 24 hours. If you can't do that, many things to say. If you can't do that, then you're probably in the wrong mindset and you need to fix that first. And then have a minimum of 3 follow-ups every day, because you're not going to follow up with everybody. They're not always available. But this 5-3 methodology, and then following up with 2 of your team members every day to check in with them, make sure they're good, make sure they have what they need, make sure they're comfortable. Again, I know multimillionaires, they run this 5-3-2 thing and 15 to 20 presentations every month, and they make endless amounts of money and growth. Should be easy enough. These people that have been on the stage all weekend have been doing that. If they can, you can. I didn't see wings hanging out of them. I didn't see them jump off the stage with rocket boosters attached to their bodies. They're normal human beings doing super extraordinary things because they're relentless, they're gritty, they're consistent, and they think big. You can think big. No one's stopping you. Get out of your small brain. Get into your big brain. Step up your spirit. Hang out with these people. Just do what they do. All right. So, as you write these things, notice your reactions and notice your emotions. Why? Because inside of reaction is the word action, and inside emotion is the word motion. Your reaction to all of this determines your action. Your emotion determines your motion. You heard it said before, but think about that. If your reaction is, then your actions are, There's no words that I can give you. It's just an attitude, and you know what I'm talking about. But if your reaction is, I'm in, I'm all in, burn the boats, I'm going to go, your actions will follow that attitude. And if you're that, we're going to see you on this stage in 1 year, for sure. Don't overthink it. Overthinking paralyzes action, paralyzes it. Nothing paralyzes action like overthinking things. Action neutralizes thinking. Thinking can be dangerous, it can be advantageous, but it can be dangerous if you do it too much. Relentless daily focus and action solves almost all problems. I want you to remember something. There are millions and millions and millions and even more today of people that are waiting, hoping, praying that you will take your action and go find them. They can't find you. They don't know what to find you about. They don't know you have a solution. They don't know you hold the torch of brightness of hope that can lead them out of their dark place in their brain and their soul. But there are millions of them waiting for you to take action. Your revolution starts today. It's simple. It's a recruiting and selling revolution, the two activities that pay you. Both are important. When Jason said you have earned income and passive income as the first two things that he said, your earned income is what you can sell. You sell to survive. Your passive income is derived from building a team. You recruit to retire. You sell to survive, you recruit to retire. And then you take your profits and you put it to work in something like Forex. The solution is here, people. Kayan talked about it. You just do your thing. You'll get a house, a car, your vacations. We've got a methodology for your money to go to work. We've got a methodology for you to earn money. We've got a methodology for you to impact and share the world. What else do you need? I don't know. Listen, grow your mind and give your knowledge freely. Grow your customers and give them what they want. Grow your team and give them the opportunity to be free. Grow your cash flow and give yourself options. Grow your heart and give light and hope to the world. Our world's a scary place, can be. People need safe harbor. They need refuge. They need people who care and who will help them thrive. We're that. Be that. What you do from here is completely your choice, right? It's totally your choice. You can respond and act, or you can sit back and wait again. It's all up to you. Good choices reinforce more good choices. And each builds upon the next, right? Creating forward momentum until someone or something breaks the cycle. This is called a virtuous circle. A virtuous circle. You can see it on the screen. You have pure belief, you act, you create a lesson, you succeed. That creates more belief, more action, more success. More belief, more action, more success. This is a feedback loop. It's a choice feedback loop. It's a virtuous circle. You can't lose. But there's also a vicious circle where you can't win. You have doubt, you hesitate, you justify. You have more doubt, more hesitation, more justification, and your life gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and you get it. It's harder and harder to win. Don't be that. Don't be that. Your choices in the next 72 hours determine your 2022. I would suggest you make them good. What you want to create is an infinite virtuous circle. Your infinite wave of knowledge, your infinite wave of wealth creation, your infinite wave of impact in a continuous process of evolving and resolving, and evolving and resolving, and evolving and resolving. It's always evolution, what you learn, to resolving to do something about it. This is more, evolution to revolution is more than a theme of an event. I hope you're understanding this. This is your life theme, over and over and over until you figure it out. This is your moment to consider everything and choose to respond and change. This is your moment to act. Information that helps you and sparks change is evolution. When you get understanding, creating clarity and new knowledge, that's revelation. And if the effect of those two causes, you know cause and effect, if the effect of those two causes accelerates your excitement or makes you reject old views, then you must make a decision. And that is rebellion. And when you decide to commit and take immediate action, aligned, authentic, purposeful, purpose-filled, intentional action with a firm resolve to win, people, that's revolution. Revolutions create freedom. Evolution to revolution. Growing and giving. It's that simple. How do you want to be remembered? You were a good trier? You were a good watcher? You were the best researcher? No. Doers are remembered in life. We call them go-getters. Why? Because first they go, and then they get. Right? So first be that. Then grow and become a go-giver. The revolution's already happening. Did you know, honestly, did you know that we have diamonds being created in 30 and 60 days all over the world? And as Kian said, in some of these countries, the average income is around 200 euros per month. It would take 40 average people to equal the income of one Success Factory brand new diamond. But that's just in month one, because if it's done right, in month two, they double. And so on, and so on. Is that wealth creation? Is that a revolution? I'll tell you what, for those people in those communities, it absolutely is. Do you want to go get that? And when you do you want to go give that same success to your family, to your friends, to the people that need it? Who are you going to help grow? Who are you going to give your time to? It's that simple. If you don't have what you need to win, the knowledge, the opportunity, the money, the love, then you have to go get it. And when you get it, you need to go give it. Got it? Let me do that again. I'll say it the way I say it in the US with my American language. If you ain't got it, go get it. And when you get it, go give it. Got it? That's the deal. Look, what you need to do is just grow everything. And then give everything. And then you'll get everything you dream of and deserve. It's time to unleash your inner warrior. It's time to ignite and excite and invite the fire within you. But don't just make it a little fire. Don't be a little warm place I could cook my marshmallow next to. Light an inferno. Light a blazing wildfire. Let it be felt by anybody that's standing next to you or anywhere near you, or if you're on a mountaintop, they can see you from a mile away. That's what you want. They should be able to see it in your eyes. See it there. Feel it. Be that. I know for sure I'll be looking in your eyes every time I see you. I'm going to want to know if I'm feeling the fire from inside you, because you are here to win. Because if you are, we're partners. For sure. Listen, I am absolutely grateful to every single affiliate in this network for every single thing they do, large and small. I truly am. But I have to be honest, it's time for you to do more. It's time for you now. Because I know you know what to do. You just need to be smart, be enthusiastic, be kind, be assertive, take action, and be awesome. Just go. Go. Start your revolution and let it burn bright. We'll see you.